Really appreciate your detailed answers. This will cover maybe be a little bit related to what we've already spoken about. Given that chaos is accessible across multiple jurisdictions, how do you plan to navigate the complex legal landscape of varying international privacy laws and data protection regulations, particularly when user submitted content may conflict with regional standards or rights?
Yeah. And that's where I'm saying that you won't be able to access stuff that's not allowed in your jurisdiction. But then that's just the way it is. There's just the way of getting around that. I would love to make this thing a fully free speech platform right across the board, but it's just not an option. We have all these local laws that we have to deal with.
So you're going purely based on what the government is saying?
Yes, for each jurisdiction. And once again, if you want to get if you know that that certain opinions are being held back because of the jurisdiction you're in, well, then it's up to you to find a way to get around that by using a different VPN or what have you.
Isn't this kind of a contradiction of why you set this up in the first place, though? You said you wanted to have more democracy. You said that the whole point of this is to give more sort of power to the people, by making their opinions maybe mean something or be like more valuable. And yet, you're siding with governments and it's not truly free speech because, you're not able
to. But what choice do we have? What choice do we have?
Don't partner with governments. Work around it. Find a workaround. I don't know.
We'll find a workaround. Tell me the workaround.
I don't know, man. It's not my project.
The only way we've come up with as a workaround is to have the data in other servers. And you have to find the way to get it. You have to figure out how you're going to get that data.
Okay. Okay, let's explore this for a second. So if that were something that you went down, something that you explored, would that mean offsite away from chaos and it's kind of we indicate that you go here, but it's no longer under our jurisdiction? Is that kind of what you're saying with that?
Yeah. That's why I'm saying if we have to, we'll put a server in outer space where there are no laws. And and you won't be allowed to access that in your jurisdiction unless you find a way to get outside of your jurisdiction by using a different VPN, right?
So okay. So it's like if you could be in certain parts of the world where there's just no laws at all, if that's possible. I don't know. That's interesting. I don't know.
Yeah. So a lot of times you're going to have problems accessing this information, but there's going to be entities out there that's going to be regurgitating this data to you. I mean, everybody that writes an article about, about how wrong the world is or whatever, they're going to be accessing your data, and they are going to try to access it outside of their local jurisdiction in a way that they can get all the data. If they have to travel outside the country to do this, or whatever they need to do. And then they're going to write articles about this. And these are other ways. You're not always going to be accessing our data directly. It's going to be fed to you through the news source. You're going to be reading articles in the same way that, people are constantly writing about things about the internet. They're still going to be doing that. And they're going to be writing stuff about the data that they're collecting through our system. So there's not just the fact that you have to leave your country or find an outside VPN. There will be other people writing articles and curating this data and saying, this is what chaos is saying about this. Maybe you can't find that in your country, but if you go to the main servers, the ones that have all the information, this is what they're saying, right? So anyway, I just want to point out that there's going to be a lot of different ways that people will be able to access, at least, like I said, I cannot get around these local laws, but at least there is a way that some organization you might be affiliated with, or just the articles you're reading, you're going to get access to that data when it's necessary. Because if it's necessary, people are going to write articles. People are going to be trying to talk about it, right? At least it's out there somewhere. That's all I got to say. At least it's there somewhere. That's the best we can do.